Hey guys, how's it going? So I just got done filming this eye look. I don't know if I'm going to post it yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. But what I really wanted to do today was make a video about contouring. On Instagram and YouTube, I see a lot of people contouring the same exact way. And it personally doesn't work for my face. I already have a really thin nose, and my nose is kind of, I don't want to say beakish, but I can use contouring to my advantage. But if I were to contour how I see those people contour, my nose would just look even larger. As you know, lighter colors bring things forward, make things look larger. Darker colors kind of make things recessed and look smaller. Also, my face is not symmetrical, and unless you're Kim Kardashian, your face is probably not symmetrical either. So I don't contour my jawline the same way on each side. So today I'm going to be using my NYX contour palette. This is really old. I've had it for way too long. I have a new palette coming in the mail. It should be here within a couple days, but this has been good to me, but I am kind of ready to retire it. When you contour, you typically want to use cooler toned colors. You don't want it to be too warm or bronzy. You don't want to make it look like you have a tan right here on this part of your face. That looks unnatural. So I typically go for the coolest tone in this palette, which is the one that I have hit pan on, and it is almost out. So I'm going to start by contouring my cheeks to really make my cheekbones pop and to make my face kind of look like I have higher cheekbones. So I'm just going to go in with that color that I love. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. But this is pretty much just how I do my cheek contour. It's pretty basic. So I do contour my forehead a little bit, but I don't want to bring it down too far. It'll make my forehead look too small. This is all about balance and what works for your personal face shape. If you have a small forehead, you might not want to contour at all. If you have a really large forehead, you might want to go a little bit harder on the contour and bring it down just a little bit further. This side of my face kind of goes in a little bit more, whereas this one is a little bit more puffier, or I'd say like a stronger jawline. So I'm not going to contour them the same on each side. I want them to look as matching as possible. I'm actually going to use a smidge of concealer that is pretty light, and I'm going to blend this out right here on this part of my jaw. So my chin, it indents a little bit right here. So I'm just going to put a little bit right here on my center. Try to make sure that this light concealer doesn't go on either side, and it stays really right in the middle. So I do want the middle of my face to be the lightest and brightest. I'm just also going to take that same concealer. I'm going to put a little bit on the middle of my forehead and a little bit on my upper lip. So what I've essentially done here is, since I'm using lighter color on the side of my nose, and my nose is really narrow, it's actually going to make my nostrils and the base of my nose appear a little bit wider, which a lot of people don't want, but since my nose shape is different than a lot of people's, that is what's going to work for me. Okay, so contouring on this side of my jaw, I've already put the lighter concealer right here where it dips in a little bit. I'm going to use the darker color on each side of that, but I'm going to ignore this one spot. I'm still going to bring it down on my neck. I do put just a little bit underneath my lip. It creates kind of a nice little shadow. I'm going to use a smaller brush for that. I just put the tiniest little bit. I tap off the excess. So since my nose is a little longer and it kind of curves down a little bit, I want to give the illusion of a higher tip. So I'm going to contour underneath the tip of my nose, and I'm going to bring it up just actually a little bit more farther up on my natural tip. I am going to take that darker color and I am just going to put it right here and kind of blend it to the side. I'm going to move to highlighting. So the contour and the highlight, they're going to work together to really accentuate the parts of my face that I would like to pop out a little bit more. So the favorite color that I like to use on this is the one that's also almost gone. So I'm going to start on my chin where I put the lighter concealer, and I'm just going to lightly pat that light color right here, the base of my chin, and then a little bit down where that kind of indent is. And I'm just going to take that lighter color and put that right above my natural tip. So to make my nose appear more straight and less curved down, I really want to make this part right here where the bridge of my nose meets my forehead and between my eyes, I want to bring that out as much as possible. So I'm going to go in with that lighter color, and I am just going to put that right here at the bridge of my nose. I'm also going to blend it over onto the sides just to kind of open up the eye area a little bit. So the biggest part of my nose is right here where it kind of is a little bit of a hump, and I am just going to lightly blend a little bit. I'm not even dipping my brush back into the contour. I'm just taking any product that is left back on the brush, and I'm just going to actually put that right where the biggest part of my nose is. I am going to do a little bit of a highlight. So I am just going to be using my Mary Luminizer from the Balm Cosmetics, and I am just going to go over those spots. So I'm going to start right here on my cheeks. A little bit right here on my chin, and just tapping it in really lightly on the spot. I'm going to put a little bit right above my eyebrows, and then right in the middle of my forehead. I'm going to highlight that area as well, really try to bring it forward. Okay, so to blend this contour and highlight together, I am going to use some blush. I only really have one blush right now, which is the Milani, which I use all the time. I do want to actually go in with this orange color right here from the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, which is what I use to create this eye look. I'm just going to take my blush brush and just lightly, very lightly, pick up some of that orange color, and then also use that Milani blush. I'm just going to put this right on the apples of my cheeks, very lightly. I'm trying to create balance and symmetry. My upper lip is considerably smaller than my lower lip, so I'm going to use a lip liner to overline the top lip just a little bit. I'll be using this MAC lip pencil in Stone. Okay, so my camera decided to die, so I finished lining my lips off camera just to try to save battery and I can get this video wrapped up. I'm now going to fill in my entire lips with this MAC Stone color. I love this color on its own. It is a gorgeous brown gray. It's perfect for fall, and I think that it goes really well with my eye makeup today. But I am just going to put a little bit of orange on top, so I'm going to use this Milani Nectarine shade. It's called Sweet Nectar. It is very orange. So I think that added just the perfect amount of orange to kind of bring everything together. The very last step is I'm just going to put a little bit of light concealer right in the middle of my lip to make them look a little bit bigger, a little juicier. And as we know, we want that lightness to be in the center of our face. So this is just going to provide a little bit more dimension. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. When it comes down to it, there is no right or wrong way to contour. You do whatever you think looks the best and what you like to do. The whole point of doing contour is to accentuate your best features. And since our faces are not all the same, doing the same thing for everyone is just kind of silly. So I hope that this video was useful to you. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.